Buying a home is one of the biggest milestones in life. It's exciting, it's rewarding, but for some, it can also be financially devastating. Here's the reality. Too many people rush into home ownership, stretching their budget to the max, only to realize they have little to no money left for savings, emergencies, or even enjoying life. They're house poor. But that doesn't have to be you. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to buy a home the smart way, so you can own a house without being broke every month. I'm breaking down what it really means to be house poor, so you can avoid it. The biggest mistakes buyers make that trap them financially, and how to calculate the right home price for your budget so you don't end up regretting your purchase. If you're planning to buy a home soon, or even in the next few years, this is must-know information, so stick around. Let's start with a simple question. What does being house poor actually mean? It means you bought a house that takes up too much of your income, leaving you with little money for savings, investing, emergencies, or even just living comfortably. Imagine this. You just bought your dream home. You're excited. You move in. You decorate it just how you want. But then reality hits. Your mortgage payment, property taxes, HOA fees, and maintenance costs add up quickly. Suddenly, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Your friends invite you out, but you have to say no because you're tight on cash. Your car breaks down, but there's no extra money to fix it. You're stuck in a cycle where your house owns you, instead of you owning your house. That's what being house poor looks like. And trust me, it's not fun. If you're wondering whether you're at risk, here are some red flags. Your mortgage payment is more than 30 to 35% of your gross income. You have little to no emergency savings. You're relying on credit cards to cover everyday expenses. You didn't budget for maintenance costs, and now home repairs are draining your cash. If any of these sound familiar, don't worry. There are ways to avoid or fix this problem. Let's talk about how to buy a house without ending up house poor. How to calculate what you can really afford. One of the biggest mistakes homebuyers make is assuming that just because the bank approves them for a big loan, they should use the full amount. But that's a trap. A much better way to determine what you can afford is using the 28/36 rule. Here's how it works. Your total mortgage payment, including property taxes and insurance, should be no more than 28% of your gross income. Your total monthly debt, mortgage, car loan, credit cards, student loans, should be no more than 36% of your gross income. But wait, there's more to the story. These numbers assume a 20% down payment and no major debts. If you have student loans, car payments, or credit card debt, you'll need to aim lower. This is why running the numbers before house hunting is so important. You don't want to be in love with a house only to realize later that you can't comfortably afford it. Avoid these home buying mistakes. Now let's talk about the biggest home buying mistakes that leave people house poor and how to avoid them. Mistake number 1, buying at the top of your budget. If the bank approves you for a $500,000 loan, that doesn't mean you should buy a $500,000 house. Always aim for less than your max approval to give yourself breathing room. Mistake number 2, ignoring closing costs. Closing costs can be anywhere from 2 to 5% of the home price. If you're buying a $400,000 house, that's $8,000 to $20,000 you'll need up front, on top of your down payment. Mistake number 3, not having an emergency fund. Homes need maintenance, roof repairs, plumbing issues, unexpected fixes. If you don't have at least 3 to 6 months of expenses saved, you're setting yourself up for stress. Mistake number 4, buying with emotions instead of math. That perfect house won't feel so perfect if you're struggling to make ends meet. Stick to the numbers, not just your emotions. Mistake number 5, not shopping around for mortgage rates. Even a 0.5% difference in interest rates can cost you thousands over the life of the loan. Always compare lenders before committing. Smart home buying strategies. Now that you know what not to do, let's go over some smart strategies to help you buy a home without becoming house poor. Buy below your max budget. Give yourself financial flexibility. If you're approved for $500,000, consider looking at homes in the $400,000 range instead. Plan for future expenses. Think about future job changes, kids, or lifestyle upgrades. Will you still be comfortable with your mortgage in 5 years? Consider house hacking. One way to offset mortgage costs is house hacking, renting out a spare room, basement, or duplex unit to generate extra income. All right, let's recap. Being house poor means your mortgage takes up too much of your income, leaving little for savings or emergencies. Use the 28-36 rule to determine what you can really afford. Avoid mistakes like maxing out your budget, skipping closing costs, and buying with emotions. Use smart home buying strategies like purchasing below your max budget and planning for future expenses. Are you currently house hunting or planning to buy in the next few years? Let me know your biggest concern in the comments. I'd love to help. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future money-saving tips. Thanks for watching.